Yeah. 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 What's up? What's good? What's poppin'? What's crackin'? What's percolating? What's really good? English man Theo Butler. I know. No notice. No notice. That's how we do it. No notice. No notice. We got to keep the content coming and everything like that. Low key, this is my way of taking a break from 10 things with content technology. I'm working on that. I'm working on that. Another video I'm supposed to be, yeah, I'm working on that. I'm working on that. But in the meantime, in between time, we in here for a good time, not to be confused with a long time. I got a question. It's serious as cancer. We can make the average cancer. Yeah, that's what we got going on. I thought I knew the answer to this question. I did. I did. But you know, I do a lot of reflecting. Before we get, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. If y'all don't do nothing else. As soon as you pull up, hit that like button. As soon as you pull up, hit that like button. So I thought and had been thinking that this answer was cut and dry. I did. Whose responsibility is it to elevate the black character? I thought I knew the answer to this question. I thought I knew the answer to this question. And then I realized that, you know what? Might not be that simple. Might not be that simple. And I've always kind of low-key thought about doing a video like this. What's going on? Let's see. Flash by night, my brother, my fellow devil dog in the building. What's going on? I'd always thought about doing a video like this, but you never know how to, you know, frame it, put it out there, and you don't want to upset some folks. So I'm on social media. Had a conversation Friday night. Now, mind you, this wouldn't be the first time that God has sent me this. It's actually the next time it's confirmation. So I had a conversation Friday night, and shout out to Miss Ty, the lovely young lady, Black Panther, Guinness Book of World Record. She got 4,000 pieces. They gave her credit for 25. I'm just 2,500, but she got 4. Listen, she got all that. So I had a conversation. She's talking about costume. You know, those who role play, right. And so I see what I see. Yeah, you know, my personal experience ain't necessarily that. My experience is on social media, and social media is influential. As somebody like to tell us back in the day, what they tell us, you non-influence have an ass. That's what they call us. Anyway, yeah, I'm still triggered by it. So social media, I can't tell you that I've been to Comic-Cons, things of that nature. I can't. I can tell you what I see that's out there in the ether. So I see a picture. We cosplaying as the X-Men. Facebook. And I need you to know we put our foot in it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. See, I ain't gonna act like that now. If we cosplaying, we fist to show out. We cosplay as the X-Men. We show. Listen. Cyclops bad. Rogue bad. Gambit bad. Wolverine bad. Like everybody in that picture, black, did they damn thing, repping those heroes. They did. Yes, Aurora was there. Of course, it's played by sister. But I asked the question. And I wasn't trying to offend anybody. I said, whose role is it? Whose responsibility is it? And I asked that question for a reason. Being a comic book person, it's easier for me to come across information pertaining to European characters, Caucasian, than it is the African Americans. That just is. Even when we look at making it towards the screen, live action adaptation, whether we're talking small screen or big screen, the non-black characters got it in spades. I was just over there on TikTok. I got a sister in the 60s. She did the damn thing. I ain't mad at what she did at all. Eartha Kitt portrayed Selena Kyle. She did a damn thing. She did. I can't say she did one damn thing bad. Michael Clark Duncan. Wilson Fisk. This is why I have little to no respect for those social media comic book, superhero, movie influencers who use words like woke and DEI, because you didn't say a damn thing when that movie came out. You didn't have a bad damn thing to say about Michael Clark Duncan portraying the role of Wilson Fisk. You didn't. You did, and you still don't to this day. What it is the leopard in the White House thing gave you permission to be a bigot, and quite a few folks are perfectly fine with you signal calling with phrases like DEI and woke. The sad part about it is there are those of us still living who remember you didn't know what the hell woke and DEI meant. You did. So it's probably a good thing that I stay right here in my office, because I know y'all by name, and I couldn't be in no Comic-Con with you, whether you are watch this, an action figure influencer, or whether you're a comic book influencer or a movie reviewer influencer. I know each and every last one of y'all that then played around with them words. I'm a man of integrity. If I say I'm gonna walk up on you, I'm gonna walk up on you. It's probably good that I ain't attended none of them functions, because none of y'all would be safe from a verbal beatdown. I feel like I got to say that because when you say stuff like that, folks take it the wrong way. They want to get in their feelings when you let them know you about that life. But anyway, I digress. Whose role is it? Because see, that would be my role then. See how I did that? That would be me as a social media influencer that's of African descent, African-American nationality, repping mine at a comic book convention by asking creators tough questions about characters that look like me. That's my role. Because I'm saying it's my role because I don't really see too many folks that don't look like me jumping in this chair. I'm sorry, that is what that is. I'm not mad about it, and I wouldn't be sensitive about it. But I don't see you, for whatever reason, rightfully so, wrongfully so, I don't see folks that don't look like me jumping at the chance to cosplay as me. I've seen one European sister dressed up as Storm. She did the damn thing. I've seen one kid, was it Abbott Elementary, dressed up as T'Challa. That's it. But I don't. Adam Bashir, I ain't seen Adam Bashir make his rounds yet. 2026 is almost here. I ain't seen it. I ain't seen Misty Knight. I ain't saying she ain't there. I ain't seen it. I ain't seen Darwin. I ain't. And mind you, I ain't seen Darwin in more ways than one. The MCU ain't doing a damn thing with it. We saw what Fox did with it. Over there in the X-Men, Adrian Krakoa, they dumped his ass off in a building somewhere, never brought him back. Tom Brevoort didn't see no value. Oh, let me rephrase that. Tom Brevoort saw little to any value. He blamed it on the writers. So I'm guessing I'm saying, mind you, one of them writers is a black woman. And Tom Brevoort said with a straight face, because he had another black writer talking for him, that those writers over there in the X-Men coming out of the age of Krakoa saw little to no value. Did I mention one of them was a black writer? Little to no value in the black characters. So I asked the question, whose job is it? Whose job is it? Right now, we got a 60th anniversary comic book coming out in February. T'Challa, the Black Panther. I don't think we can say anybody that's attached to that project is using that project to elevate T'Challa. I don't think we can say that. Casper Cole, maybe. Aurora, she got her own comic. She finna pop up in his, maybe. Adam Brashear. He ain't got no solo title. But then the story we finna get ain't a current story. It's a flashback. The last story. Does Magneto really need to be in this? 4 black writers attached to that book. 4. They're all men. 4 black men attached to the 60th anniversary issue of the #1 black character in all of comics. If you read comics, do you really think, having read the synopsis, they took it upon themselves in that upcoming comic book to elevate that character? That's a fair question. That's a fair question. What about the sexy, flexy black director over there at Marvel Studios? Is he taking it seriously when we talk about elevating black characters? What about the cast off showrunner for X-Men 97? Did he consider it his responsibility to elevate black characters? I'm asking the question. Because I know there's a Black Panther writer who prefers writing Batman. Now, see, here's the thing about it. We know how to write Batman. Quite a few of us would take pride in writing Batman, to the point where we would learn the mythos about Batman if we didn't already know him. But by and large, regardless of what your race, ethnicity, gender is, if you're a comic book fan, you know Bruce Wayne backwards and forwards. If you had to write a Bruce Wayne story, you would go above and beyond to respect the mythos you've learned. In essence, you would consider it your responsibility to represent Bruce Wayne, Batman, correctly, regardless of who you are. No differently than with Peter Parker, Thor Odin's son, Dr. David Bruce Banner. Hell, Clint Barton. You would go above and beyond to get those characters right, but they would too. See, that's the whole thing. They got somebody looking out for them. That's the shame of it all. That's the shame of it all that we really don't want to acknowledge. We don't want to deal with. We don't want the responsibility for. When it comes to the non-black characters, i.e. the white characters, they got folks looking out for them. Hell, we look out for them. In essence, everybody looks out for them. That just is what that is. Everybody is going to go above and beyond to protect the integrity of those characters, as they should. You misportray Mary Jane, it ain't just white folks acting out. It's folks acting out. You don't put Peter with Mary Jane, it ain't just white folks acting out that you misrepresenting that relationship. It's folks acting out. You're not repping that reputation right. Folks got mad about how Scott Summers was portrayed in the Fox films. It wasn't white folks, it was folks. That's what it was. It was folks. How many people were upset about Black Lightning being canceled? How many folks were upset about Monica Rambeau not being represented in the MCU? I'm gonna ask the question. When Captain Marvel first came out, did you hear anybody say anything? Regardless of who they are, regardless of what their job is, did you hear anybody say anything about it should have been Monica? So who's supposed to say something? Who's supposed to say something? When Sam Wilson is flying around and T'Challa ain't got no credit for it, who's supposed to say something? Whose job is it to put the video out there to explain that that ain't what happened in the comics? So that those that look like Sam, those that look like T'Challa know the real. Whose job is that? Because the MCU didn't do it. John Campea didn't do it. Screen Crush didn't do it. Heavy Spoilers didn't do it. Blurred Without Fear didn't do it. E-Man Reviews didn't do it. And none of them do that. Whose job is it? So those are characters that look like us, represent us. Whose job was it to say that Sam wasn't broke? Whose job was it to say that Sam is actually from Harlem, not Louisiana? Whose job is it? I don't know. I thought I did. I thought I knew. The answer ain't that easy. I know there's more than enough, though, that don't consider it their job. And in them not considering it the job of elevating heroes that look like me to the level of every other hero, it doesn't happen. Anybody see Brother Voodoo? But these are all heroes that we like, we say we like, we claim to like. Heroes that we say we want to see more of. How you get more of them if you don't show demand? Let's ask a question. I'm gonna keep on these notes and I'm gonna get on up out of here. Let's see here. Out with the wife tuning in. What's going on? What's going on, Big Ronnie? What's going on? Flash by Night pulled up. What's going on, Grand Madam Tarot? Get well. Yes, we need you to get better, Grand Madam. Yeah. Bo didn't fight for our representation at all. Bo out there fighting for our elevated Cyclops. These black characters are out there, so why don't more black? Listen. You know what, Kamoyo? As I said over there on TikTok, freedom of expression. I get it. But I don't want nobody to think it's just one element. Now, I'm asking the question. Because if I sit back and I look around, let's just go ahead and call it what it is. Okay. So if I go back as a kid, I got my Spider-Man costume, I got my Batman costume, I'm just talking about, I'm going in Walmart or Kmart or whatever. Those are the costumes readily available. Then we get the Power Rangers. Everybody wanted to be Jason. Everybody want to be Tommy. Whether Tommy the Green Ranger or the White Ranger. Even today when we talk about it, Zach is now starting to get love. Zach is now starting to get love. But we don't need to sit up here and act like, even though we were buying the Power Ranger action figures back in the day for our kids, we don't need to sit up here and act like more than enough our kids wanted to be Tommy or Jason. We don't even need to act like that. Then you get older and you out and about. I see Michael Jai White throw some type of role over there in a Joker movie. I'm like, that's the Bronze Tiger. Thankfully, though, he's played the Bronze Tiger. But then I got one of us playing the role of John Jones. What is John Jones doing for me when he showed up in the comics? He don't look like me. Stop throwing me a bone and give me some actual representation. But then again, I don't know how much of I need to be making a stink about it, because it takes more than one person to elevate a character. Prime example, T'Challa. Well, Chadwick did what he could do in the time frame that he was here. He got it in Avengers, Infinity War, Endgame, Captain America, Civil War. You got him in his own movie. You got him in a few cartoons. What happens after that? Nobody cared to elevate the character. The studio didn't care to elevate the character. The writer didn't care to elevate the character. The executive didn't care to elevate the character. Nobody from the cast and crew gave two damns about the character if Chadwick Boseman, so the character don't get elevated. Who's elevating Riri Williams? Because that whole portrayal, her live action portrayal, that didn't elevate the character. That was somebody inserting themselves, which is crazy because we see people complain about that. That was the writer inserting himself in Riri's story like he's inserted himself into T'Challa's story. I'm of the mindset that ain't Eric Killmonger, that's the writer. So keep up with these notes. I was upset over Black Lightning. I didn't know about Monica at the time. Mind you, Grand Madam, you not knowing about Monica at the time, that's excusable. You not us. But it was quite a few of us knew it should have been Monica and said nothing. That's what got me. Nate was there. That means somebody, Nate being who Nate's supposed to be as an executive of African descent, African American nationality, he greenlit the Eternals. He fast-tracked the Eternals. And what did he do with Phastos? Whose responsibility was it to get Phastos right? Can we say we as a people got anything memorable, significant, and the actor is credible? The actor that played Phastos, he nice with it. Did we get any memorable moments, any critical acclaimed moments of Phastos in the Eternals? No. Whose responsibility was it? Whose responsibility, whose role was it to make sure that Phastos was represented like he was supposed to be and shined on screen? Whose role was it? Was it the actor? Was it the writer-director? Was it the brother who was the executive that greenlit it and fast-tracked it? Was it his? Was it the studios who should have known that ain't the character? Whose role is it? Because here's where I'm at with it. You can't complain about lack of representation. You can, you do what you want to. But to complain about there being a lack of representation, you yourself must be doing every damn thing you can to guarantee representation. Well, we're not doing that. From the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top. We're not doing that. We got actors. They don't want to play the black role. Whether that character, regardless of how that character is written in the books, they don't want to play it. They want to play the more visible white character. That's why you easily get Denzel Washington saying, I want to play Charles Xavier. You know why he's saying that? Because Denzel doesn't see the black Charles Xavier role. That's what that is. Giancarlo Esposito, he don't see the black Magneto role. But I know, we know, we'll sit up here and talk all day. Well, what's going on with Moses Magnum? Oh, but wait, who knows about Moses Magnum? Okay, well, of those who know about Moses Magnum, whose job is it to elevate Moses Magnum to the point where he becomes a household name? Whose role is that? I know Hasbro ain't got no action figure sitting out there about Moses Magnum. Mr. Smith may. But Mr. Smith don't have an action figure museum for folks to walk through on a daily basis and say, hey, who's that? Oh, that's Moses Magnum. How long he been around? Since the 70s. Yeah. He been around since the 70s. He been around since the 70s. We got folks wanting to bring Eric Killmonger back for a second movie, bring Namor. Well, what about a Keybank? Before, what about the OG Malice? Because who's going to bring Baron Macabre and King Cadaver to the same level as the Joker, the Penguin, and Clayface if we don't do it? And when I say we, I'm talking about those of us in the comic book industry. What's my guy named, the editor over there at Marvel? Is he looking at them characters? Does he consider it his job to elevate them characters? What about the artists over there? What about the other editors over there? What about the writers over there? Because somebody asked me a question in regards to Maggot, and Maggot is showing as deleted. Don't put the light on the character just to delete him. We ain't really seeing Maggot like that. So we bring back Maggot just to delete him? We put a little light on him? No, we don't. We ain't got enough of our characters in the limelight to keep deleting them. Talking about them like they ain't worth a damn. Sidelining them, sending them off to missions where they missing 4 to 5 issues at a damn time. If we don't do it, who that? And I can ask that question. If it's not our responsibility, whose is it? And I understand artistic expression, freedom of it. It's one of the reasons why we can do comics over here that are Blackest Night. This is a Black Panther channel. We can do Blackest Night. We can do New Warriors. We can do the New Avengers. We can. I'm a comic book fan. But what about the other characters? I can do Justice League. I can do Green Lantern and do what everybody else is doing. But how does that lead to the characters that look like me being uplifted to the point where they become household names? To the point where their backstories are known? What does it take for me to get it to the point where T'Challa's backstory is known and respected just like Bruce's backstory, to where we don't get the Ultron robbing T'Challa of his shine, to where we don't get the Sam Wilson robbing T'Challa of his shine, to we don't get T'Challa doing something uncharacteristic or having names of characters associated with T'Challa just randomly thrown around to other characters that ain't got a damn thing to do with T'Challa. Whose responsibility is that? It's hard to complain about representation, but be footloose and fancy free with it. It's okay to play the role of somebody else. You got to be okay with them playing the role of you, and they can't play you better than you can. You got to know you, because they will never let you play them like that. I said over there on TikTok, I'm of the mindset that Michael Clark Duncan was a more physically imposing kingpin than Vincent D'Onofrio was. But now, Michael Clark Duncan exhibited all the characteristics of Wilson Fisk, almost as if Michael Clark Duncan was a Kingpin fan, or at the very least a Daredevil fan. No differently than we could probably knock Lex Luthor out the park, portraying Lex Luthor. We could. We could knock the Joker. I'm of the mindset I could play a damn good Joker, hoping I don't go to the dark side on some real stuff. But we know those characters intimately in ways in which more than enough of us don't know the characters that don't look like us intimately. Think it's a game? How many of us complained about Lawrence Fishburne playing Bill Foster? Not complain that he did a bad job, because he didn't. Complain because he did nothing in that movie to show new people, general audience members, younger black people, who in the hell Bill Foster is. Nothing. And the studio didn't care. They flipped it around, gave us the animation. Do our children, grandchildren know anything about Bill Foster based on that What If cartoon? Pause. We got children. We're action figure collectors. They did a Giant Man action figure. Did anybody at Hasbro, based on that action figure, act like they gave two damns about that character? Whose job was it? Whose job was it? That's the question. The representation we get is going to continue to be the representation we settle for till we can answer that question without any hesitation whatsoever. Right now, we can't answer it. And like I said, I thought I knew the answer. I did. But I do understand the freedom of artistic expression. I do understand that. Ain't nobody got to beat my head over that. I'm going to keep up with these notes. I'm going to get on up out of here. I was pissed off when CW canceled Black Lightning. I knew why they canceled it. It was the writing. It got repetitive. They didn't expand the character like they should have. And see how I'm not using any words like woke or DEI? That tells me exactly who folks are when they start using stuff like that. You should be able to break it down. No, that story, it got old. It got repetitive. They did not expand the character like they should have. Too many times using Tobias Webb as the main antagonist. They did not do for that show what they did for Arrow, what they did for Flash. That's what it was. So that's why I wasn't surprised. I wish they would have gave it more, another season to get. I want to say this was probably during the COVID time frame as well. But I wish they would have gave it one more season, sat down with the writers. But once again, who cared? Because I'm sitting here in 2025 going into 2026, and I can tell you that's what was wrong with this show. The writing. Well, who cared enough to bring those people in and say, hey, I'm a Black Lightning fan. What y'all had going on for seasons 1 and 2, love it. Y'all doing too much with Tobias Webb. I don't want to see him no more. If we need to bring in villains from other heroes, so be it. By now, at this time frame, all the heroes exist on the same earth. Barry ain't deleting his, so we should have got some of that, but that's me. Flash by Night says, Zach out here making people recognize him. Yes, he is. Yeah, yes, Lord, he is. Yes, Lord, he is. We got to start Riri from scratch. We do, and it's a damn shame. It's one of the things where I'm gonna say it, but I feel like the characterization of Riri Williams. This might, folks can feel how they want to feel. I feel like the characterization of Riri Williams is a detriment to our younger daughters. I feel like the characterization of Riri Williams teaches our daughters that regardless of how intelligent they are, the only thing that's left to them, for them, the only choice is a life of crime. So regardless of how smart my daughter is, she either going to commit crime or she going to come out here and shake her ass. Now, mind you, who wrote it? That's what I keep going back to say. But folks don't like holding folks accountable that they like. you'll hold somebody accountable quick, fast, in a hurry that you don't like, but the person you do like, you want to practice cognitive dissonance. Riri Williams Ironheart is trash. And everybody that's saying folks that didn't like it were racist, no, you're the racist. And folks like to say you can't be. Yes, you can be. If you despise, I get it. We're not talking about systemic racism. No, we're talking about just being a racist, point blank, period. And if you don't like somebody because of the melanin in their skin or lack thereof, you're a racist. The only thing stopping you from doing what they doing is you ain't got the ability to do so. But if you did, you would. So that's how I feel about it. Nate is more other than black. Watch this. He didn't claim that like Nicki Minaj. No, he claimed black. He claimed black. He didn't claim the other, Grand Madam. And when I dig into his yam cakes, seeing him at a Comic-Con, I'm not going to talk to the other because I expect that from the other. I'm going to address his black, the black side. Yeah, the side that's got the earring in the ear and everything like that. The side that gets him the jobs where he can come in and say he repping me when he really, really ain't. Yeah, I'm going to address that one. That ain't Black Panther said that ain't no more. I'll never accept that. They didn't either. Marvel Comics didn't accept that. They put out a comic book, a miniseries, right along with that movie appearance, and that was Namor McKenzie. They dropped a Namor series. I want to say 2024. That was Namor McKenzie. That wasn't more from Toloka. So, MCU fans, the character that they have come to love from Toloka only exists in the MCU. Only. But now, if you like it, I love it. That action figure is available at Ollie's. It is. Burner Hampton say I'm here to show support. Appreciate that, Big Burner. Yeah, they did the animation thing with Vixen on the CW as well. Yeah. And I'm sitting up here like, I got my Vixen, Heroes of Tomorrow and everything like that, but that ain't, I ain't necessarily look at that and say that's my Marie McCabe. The Vixen on the CW was kind of giving me Curtis Hope vibes, if you will. Like, that ain't really my character. That's what I got. Like, and I still don't know who that Obsidian was. I don't know who that was. Anyway, spot on that Riri show. Talking to people not familiar with Riri and not us came away seeing Riri as either a villain or at best an anti-hero. Shame. Exactly. Which is weird when you consider those of us that are influential in the comic book industry. None of us, hold on. Let me take me up out of that because I know what I did. Nobody that calls themselves a black comic book influencer, serious in the game, did a damn thing to explain to people the difference between the two characters. They let that ish ride in regards to Riri Williams from the comics and Riri Williams from the MCU, which makes me ask the question, well, if the black showrunner director ain't gonna spit facts when it comes to Riri Williams, and the black movie reviewer ain't gonna spit facts when it comes to Riri Williams, and the black comic book reviewer don't spit facts when it comes to Riri Williams, well, damn it, whose role is it? Whose job is it to spit facts when it comes to Riri Williams? Because I ain't heard John Campy say a damn thing. I ain't heard Comics Explained say a damn thing. Like I said, I didn't hear any of those folks that don't look like us say anything about the misrepresentation. I did see quite a few of us say that representation was what was in the comics, which is a flat out lie. So whose role is it to get it right? because they're not going to let you misspeak on theirs. No, they was quick to tell you Flashpoint was trash. And they didn't use words like DEI and woke to explain Flashpoint. No, they broke it down. They told you exactly why Flashpoint was trash. They were absolutely right. It was trash. But yeah, you absolutely right, Flash by Night. Flash, unless your name is Ghost Rider, heroes don't make deals with devils. Woo! I like it, Big Burner. I like it. You hit that nail dead on the head. TV Riri Williams is a straight up villain, and she sucks at it. You know what made me mad? And I'm gonna go ahead and say, what'll make me mad at a fellow influencer or just a talented person in general. What makes me mad at a talented person is when you don't stick the landing and I expect better of you. You got that, you got the dude that's over there on Instagram with the horns, baseball cap backwards and everything, with the glasses and everything. He's the newest sensation, but he pushes poison. Because low-key, he want to tell you to fight for your right as a nerd, when low-key what he wants you to do is buy his products, his books. He'll tell you that stuff like Riri Williams, folks that don't like it are being racist. Ernie says the same damn thing. But what they don't do is they don't break down why. Tony, I think that's his name, never explains the difference between the portrayal of Riri Williams on live action and in the comics. Ernie did that same damn thing. Now, it's more egregious with Ernie because Ernie know better. But if Ernie don't consider it his responsibility to get it right, and Tony don't consider it his responsibility to get it right, all they want to do is push the racist trope that everybody that don't like those things are racist. Really? I'm a racist? You're going to call me Uncle Ruckus. Good luck with that. Whose job is it? You got to pay the cost to be the boss. You got to be willing to do the crime and do the time. When it comes to our characters, making sure they get elevated like other characters are elevated, it's a fair question. I'm going to continue to answer. I'm going to continue to ask it because I think it's a fair question. I think in 57 years, going on 58 years, when I've seen live action and cartoons and played video games of a plethora of characters that don't look like me, and I'm sitting back there, this was another confirmation. I'm looking at Dwayne McDuffie. He said it was his responsibility. Damn all that. He was married to a European woman. He still said it was his responsibility. He could write other characters just like everybody else could, but he said when it comes to our characters, it was his responsibility, and he owned it in ways I'm looking at quite a few of us now playing footloose and fancy free with it. He owned it. And we appreciate, respect, sing his praises to this very day because he owned it. At a time which wasn't today. Wasn't afraid. I'm going to say this. I can only imagine how he felt working at Marvel Comics and they didn't sat up there and named Lamar Hoskins Bucky. Should I or shouldn't I? I can imagine what was going on in his mind. Should I or shouldn't I? Because I can, but this could cost me my job. What means more, my job or my people? My people or my job? Because I know who I am at the end of the day, and I think I got it like that. Excuse me. Can I holler at you for a little bit? Yeah. What's going on, Dwayne? I don't know if you're aware of this, and you might not be. But we're not the same, so we have different life experiences. Okay, well, Dwayne, what are you talking about? Lamar Hoskins. Okay. You got him. That's gonna be John's partner. Yeah, no problem with that. That's gonna be John Walker's partner. Okay. So the idea is for John Walker to be Captain America and for him to be the new Bucky. Yeah. No. What's wrong with that? That's what Bucky Barnes was called. It's racist to call a grown black man Bucky, as in you breaking him, buck breaking. That's what we're doing. Now, I'm of the mindset that the person Dwayne was talking to was probably oblivious to all of that. Dwayne wasn't. Dwayne owned it. Dwayne walked in the office. Dwayne broke it down. They changed that character's name. Because as far as he was concerned, it was his role. It was his responsibility. Well, as I look around the comic book landscape right now, whether we're talking live action, whether we're talking animation, or whether we're talking the written word, we don't have enough Dwayne McDuffies. What's going on, Miss May Kent? What's going on, Miss May Kent? Flash by Night says, to be honest, I thought the deal was the closest thing to Riri she did besides being smart. I know I'm alone on this one, but I feel like she actually did it. Like I said, I don't know why when I'm looking at what happened in the comic books, that Tony helped her out, and I know what was available in live action. Last we saw, she was in Wakanda. Pepper is still alive. She shouldn't have been struggling financially. She shouldn't have had to commit not one crime. The fact that we know she lived in a neighborhood and not the hood, the fact that she got expelled, live action, when in the comics, Tony funded her. Them two different stories. Them two completely different stories. That's not Riri Williams at all. Hell, damn that. The armor is Japanese animation inspired. Bubblegum Pop. That wasn't the comics. But now, Spider-Man, Uncle Ben is deleted. Aunt May sit right there. He got Ned. He got Mary Jane. Now, the ethnicities might be different, but we got all that. I got Bruce. I got Jim Gordon. Right. I got Alfred. Them stories don't change. They stay consistent. With us, everybody in there, every damn time. Like, I don't want the heroes to be relevant. T'Challa got to take 3 damn dirt naps. Riri got to be a damn criminal. Rhodey got to be paralyzed. Mind you, these are all stereotypical tropes, by the way. Sam can't get a damn loan. Like, I don't know how to feel. Luke missing. Misty missing. Like, I can't get no true love between T'Challa and Nakia, nor can I get it between Anika and Ayo. Okoye sitting up there in what? Midnight Angel armor? That ain't her stuff. And plotting against Shorty at the end of the movie in a deleted scene. See, this is why I stay over here in the comic books. This is why, Theo, what did you think of Luke Cage TV series? I liked it. As I was telling my daughter, by the way, she's watched both seasons. She liked Luke Cage. Luke Cage was our New York undercover with superhero powers. Yes, Lord have mercy. I liked it. Shout out to Michael Coulter, as Luke. Shout out to Simone Missick. Shout out to that whole team. That whole everybody associated with Luke Cage seasons 1 and 2. Shout out to all of y'all. There were some things here, there, but by and large, all T's crossed, all I's dotted. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So I wish Marvel Comics would do more. Listen, because I'm gonna get on up out of here after that. I consider that my responsibility to bring the new warriors to us. Why? Because I don't think Night Thrasher get enough shine. And we see in this issue, what does Night Thrasher Dwayne Taylor do? Now, Frank Castle is experienced, but Dwayne whooped his ass. Dwayne whooped his ass. Like, we need to know that. Mark Bagley and Frank, they did that. They are showing you that this dude, even as a teenager, is capable of beating the out of an established hero. He beat his ass. I said, damn, I had to go back and look at it because I didn't think he did the Punisher like that. If the Punisher don't pull out what he pulled out, Dwayne did him. Dwayne did. Buddy laughing. Hasbro, we need an updated Night Thrasher. We need to update. We need an updated Night Thrasher. We need an updated Night Thrasher. I don't know what you got to do, but we need an updated Night Thrasher with that skateboard that can act as a shield. And you need to make the skateboard a little bit thick so it's like hollow in the front where you could put like a little piece in there where that be that blade. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. And I need that thing in his back. Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Y'all set tripping. I'm going to tell you how to do it. I'm going to tell you how to do it because you're not going to know. You put that little, either one or two holes in the back of the action figure. You're picking up what I'm putting down. You're going to put a little long piece in the back, right? It's going to be hollow. You're doing this with your G.I. Joes, so don't act like you can't do it. You're doing this with your G.I. Joes. So you can separate the two. And on the inside is going to be that mini automatic pew-pew. That's what's going to be on the inside. And when you close it back, you can attach the skateboard to it. Put the grooves back on it. Yeah, you had the grooves on it before. This just, instead of putting home plate on the back of his back like y'all did last time, you're going to actually put some work into it. You going to put that on there. Skateboard, slide on in the groove. Yeah. Slide. Nah, that ain't going to work. You know what? Yes, it will. Here's what you do. You give us 2 skateboards. Say what? Yeah. Give us 2 skateboards. One that he can actually be on the skateboard, be on his backpack. The other one would be he could wear on his arm. 2 skateboards. Two. So we got an extra set of hands. We got the M Scrimmer sticks. Oh, I know I'm probably getting that wrong. I don't care. We got them. So we got 2 sets of hands. That's one. That's 2 pieces right there. Extra set of hands. We got the Scrimmer sticks. That's 4 pieces. We got the skateboard. That's 5. The extra skateboard. The other skateboard, that's 6. We got the mini pew-pew. That's 7. Then we got an unmasked head sculpt. That's 8. Guess what you just got? Maximum or deluxe Night Thrasher. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out when I'm gonna be on the team. Y'all down one dude. Y'all down one dude. You might as well. You could bring me on now. You that way, because I ain't dark skinned, so I'll blend in. Because we got you, and then we got you, and then we have me. You see how they go and everything like that. And then when y'all introduce characters and y'all don't necessarily know where the character come from, I could be right there to kind of like, well, it came from this. Came from this. So I can help y'all out. Just like Manny 97. You gonna review the Mysterium armor, but you're not familiar with it. You should have just hit up Theo. You should have hit me up, Manny. You should say, Theo, I'm finna do the review of the Mysterium armor. What can you tell me about it? Hit me up. You and Dave Bowe. Just hit your boy up. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Let me keep up what he knows. We're going to get on up out of here. Let me see. Better. They should do better. Night Thrasher. He is Marvel's Batman. Beat the shit out of Don't forget that delete. Yeah. No, absolutely. I also want a better version of Cardiac. You're not by yourself. That action figure ain't even hit yet, and folks want a better version of that. Say you greedy. You ain't my mentor, my elder. Y'all got to check him out. Lord have mercy, Jesus. I don't be trying to do it like that, but sometimes you just got to give it up for when, when certain folks enter the room. I know that's my elder mentor. No. That's the customizer. That's the customizer extraordinaire, Mr. Ray Smith. That's why I got to give it up to him, Mr. Ray Smith. Mr. Ray Smith did a Namorita. Hasbro, don't even worry about it. That Namorita, y'all gonna drop at some point in the OG costume. Don't even worry about it. Mr. Ray Smith had already customized it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, if he didn't customize Namorita with flesh tone paint in a green costume, he's not the only one. Don't even waste your time. Just you tried it. You should have gave us the OG costume first. Now you didn't bit the. Don't do that. Now what you can do is you can give us Turbo. You can do that. Now what you can do is you can give us Space Knights. You can do that. What you can do is give us the Diorama as a builder figure. I'm tired of asking. Well, actually, no, I ain't tired of asking. I'm hoping you do that. Like no dead ass. I'm hoping you do that. I want the whole Space Knight wave. I want me a Diorama builder figure and everything like that. Yeah. I'm hoping you do that. I'm hoping y'all hear us. We know you be watching, but I'm hoping because do not make no more Crystal Warriors. I don't know who pet project that was. Don't make not one more. Stop at Warboat. Don't nobody want them. Nope. Look at me. Generation X. We know them characters. We don't care. Stay with me. Baby boomers and Gen X. Those are our characters. We don't give two damns about Crystal. We don't. Micronauts. Micronauts. But I don't know who the hell y'all listening to, but comic book fans, and you should see the sales. The sales should reflect it. We don't care. We don't care. You know what you should have gave us instead of giving us Warbow? You should have gave us Radioactive Man. You know what you should have did instead of giving us Crystal? You could have gave us Unin the Unseeable. That's a Space Knight. That's a Space Knight. That's a Space Knight. Space Knights, Micronauts, Space Knights. No more Crystal Warriors. None. Okay. Get up here. Mr. Smith say Micronauts. Yeah. Hey, I'm just trying to put some money into their pockets. They ain't gotta listen to what I'm saying. Listen, I'm out. The takeaway from this is real simple. If you want Black representation, you want Black imagery, well, who you expect to fight for? I know at one point in time, I thought I knew the answer to that. I can't say that I know the answer to that anymore because I understand the importance of having the freedom to express yourself. I do. And I'm not trying to paint anybody into a box. God knows I'm not. Y'all see, I have the Stealth Shield. Captain America is one of my favorite characters. Next year, I'm going to make it my business to cosplay. I am. I can tell you right now what my cosplay is going to be. It used to be Blade, but we didn't grow locks, so that ain't going to be what that's going to be. I'm going to get the Captain America stealth costume. I absolutely am. But with this hair, I can't be Steve Rogers. Skin tone, skin complexion, I can't be Steve Rogers. I got the shield. Folks still not going to look at me as Steve Rogers. I can have the headdress. Still not going to be Steve Rogers. So what am I going to do? I'm going to put on my Panther habit, my Panther helmet. And I will be my own version, watch this, of American Panther. American Panther. It kind of makes sense. Because why isn't there a stateside Black Panther? Well, that would be my character. My character would be the American Panther, except he would be the American Panther in the true essence, sentiment he's supposed to be. He would be an African American, proud to be African descent, American birth. And he will represent the best of both. That's what that character will represent. The best of both. To be that imagery, to be that symbol, that you can be proud of both, no differently than the dude that hangs over my right shoulder. That's who I'm cosplaying as. Take that for what you will. I don't know if that's me doing it the right way. I don't know if that's me doing it the wrong way. I know it's me doing it. And I'm going to make it my business to do it this upcoming year. Let me see here. We're going to get on up. Get up, get on up. Get up, get on up. Stay on the scene. Get on up. Like I said, get on up. Get up, get on up. And wasn't that the movie he was in? Get on up? Yeah. That's it. We out. Thank y'all so much for pulling up and everything. I just wanted to ask this question. There is no right or wrong answer. I want to leave us with that. There is no right or wrong answer. It's just something for us to think about. God knows I've been thinking about it. Still ain't got an answer yet. That's it. In the meantime, in between time, till next time. Remember the late, great Don Cornelius? Happy early New Year. Y'all be safe. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. And I'm going to be in the house. I'm just telling you right now, I'm going to be in the house. And I look forward to seeing each and every last one of y'all next year. In the meantime, in between time, till next time. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Love, peace, and soul.